got our trysail down because, believe it or not, the trysail was too much weather helm. It's blowing that hard.
Blowing where the fair winds blow, our home is where the waters flow. We'll show you what we've come to know on board while sailing wisdom.
Well, it's dawn on our second day on our passage from Gibraltar straight to Sicily. We're currently pretty much in the middle of the Alboran Sea, passing, honestly, in my opinion, this has to be the smallest remote island that is inhabited. Thankfully, the island realizes that it's a huge navigational risk, and there are very, very bright lights on it that you can see from about 40 miles away. So all night I've been watching it, making sure we're not heading towards that little tiny rock, because it's the only thing to hit out here. Now Maddie's gonna take on watch, and I get to sleep.
Good morning. It's still cold out.
Oh yeah, it's freezing.
I don't think I slept.
Yeah, I didn't really sleep when I was off watch. I kind of rested.
Yeah, I mean, like, I closed my eyes, but I don't think I slept.
Yeah. AIS is so beautiful. You just look it up on the phone, and it connects to it, and it'll tell you exactly where everyone is and where you're going to be passing when you're at your closest point. So you know if you're going behind them, next to them, in front of them, what the situation is. So I've just been keeping an eye on the ships. We're not in a separation scheme, so there isn't really any defined lanes. So it's kind of just a hodgepodge of everyone running everywhere. Thankfully, we transmit that we're under sail, so all these giant motorboats just seem to give us a little room and let us through.
The skies they open up and now the frogs are pouring out, splattering and scattered on the ground, falling on the sidewalk in the middle of the street. This could never happen, but it did. We are standing silent in the stupor at the sight, gazing on with glazy eyes apart. Oh, you could never say this could never be, this could never happen, but it did. Canvas on the parasols are ripping at the frame. The streetlights on the avenue are red. Oh, you could never say this could never be, this could never happen, but it did. This could never happen, but it did. Streets are full of carnage and the avenues are red. Everybody waiting for the cab. Yep.
Herbie's gone out to drop PJ because there's so much weather helm and Wendy can't handle steering. We keep going into a beam reach when we should be sailing with following seas. So he's going to be knocking to let me know that he's still there and double flipping.
We got our trysail down because, believe it or not, the trysail was too much weather helm. It's blowing that hard. So we're currently just under our staysail, but bringing the trysail down wasn't as simple as release the halyard and down it goes, because the repair that we had done in Pavone broke again in the exact same spot, the exact same way. So I'm gonna look up how to do the repair properly and then do it myself, because we can't have that happen again. So what ended up happening is the lowest tank got jammed and stuck on the track, and I couldn't get the sail down. So thankfully I didn't have to cut anything. I just unscrewed the broken piece, which is always fun to climb part way up a mast in a blow to unscrew something, and we got it down. So Maddie was hand steering to keep us on a single tack downwind, so there's less pressure on the sail and all those things, and we made it. We got it down. So Wendy's having a little trouble steering even though we're just under the staysail. It's just, the waves are so big that it's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna hand steer a bit to help out. Surprise! We made it somewhere.
We're in a marina.
And it's not in Sicily. Oh, it was so horrible out there.
We got the crap beat out of us. It was 40 knot winds at the lowest. It's 40 knot winds right now in the harbor, so
Yeah.
I don't know what it was out there.
It was insane.
So we just took a shower.
Yeah. It's priorities.
We were out there in the middle, and we realized that it was just not worth the struggle we were having, and so
Or safe.
So we turned north, straight north into the first marina I could find. So the marina we're in is Mar, and it's like a little village.
It's awesome.
Got over 100 slips.
It has 1,100 slips.
It has 1,100.
1,100. 1,100.
It's huge.
Yes.
And it's got like everything you could need: bars and laundry and bathrooms, and the best showers I've had in a marina, I think, ever.
Yeah. They're really so good.
So we had a bit of a scare. I mean, it was very, very uncomfortable out there, and we were really shaken up. So.
Well, the issue, so you get like a 15-20 foot wave out in the ocean. It's spread out, so when it comes at you, it's slow and it rises and falls. Here, they were so close together, they were like just hammering the boat and coming over.
The Med is not like the ocean, and we learned that the hard way. These giant 15-foot waves just crashed on us over and over and over again, and it just, one of our sails ripped, and a couple other things broke, so it was unsafe to be out there. We made the decision to come in here, and that might mean that we don't even make it to Sicily by sailboat, time-wise, because the weather window is just rapidly closing to get there. So this is kind of a serious decision we have to make, but for now, we're exhausted and starving, and we're gonna take care of ourselves.
And we had the boat all put away, like, I mean, ship-shape for an ocean passage, but not a Mediterranean passage. And this is what the inside looks like.
After I picked stuff up.
Yeah. So
These were hanging there.
yeah, they just shot across the boat. All this stuff is from who knows where. Like, it's really bad. So I didn't see what happened inside because I was outside getting pelted for about a good 8 hours.
5 hours.
5 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, it felt like forever. So, this is where we are now. Okay, so we are off. We're in this marina. We're going to be med-mooring in our next slip. And yes, I know it looks like hell back here, but we went through hell. So it's been really real. So we're just gonna make our way over there and then we'll get tied up. And this is my first time med-mooring, so that's gonna be extra fun. So we waited for this morning when there's almost no wind at all. And that way when we tie up there, you know, there's less complicating factors. How'd you sleep?
I'm so sore.
Oh yeah, me too. So we're gonna tie up stern 2.
What about Wendy?
The anchor's on there, so that's like a little punch fist thing to protect it. But I figure I'll just move stuff and we'll make a gangplank off the stern, because that's easier than the bow.
Yep.
Alright. And there's a dude waiting for us. So you'll hand him the bow line, and then he'll put the bow line through the mooring thing, and then I'll head back and we'll get it set.
So we're going right there.
Well, we are now tied up and med-moored successfully. We didn't hit anyone.
We failed at crossing the Med pretty hard.
Pretty hard.
But we succeeded in not dying.
Yes, which in all life ventures, that is the real winner.
We're gonna get breakfast.
Yeah. Which means we get to eat a hot meal that's still stationary and doesn't have waves dumping into your plate. Because the Med is horrible in the winter.
Don't do it.
Yeah, do not do that. We made a lot of mistakes when we started on the East Coast and coming down the ICW. We made another big mistake here in the Med. So apparently we do really well in giant bodies of water, not so great on inland seas.
Nothing like a full English breakfast after a horrible, terrifying night at sea.
This is so nice. The table's not moving. Everything is good.
British friend taught me about this brown sauce that goes on the sausage. So good. Unfortunately, it's too late for Herbie.
It was delicious without brown sauce, so I could only imagine what it would be like with brown sauce. I guess I'll just have to get another.
Okay guys, so here's the scoop. You know that we're here, tied up in El Marimar Marina.
In Spain.
Right behind us here is our lovely Wisdom. And so the reason we're here is because we cannot safely sail the Mediterranean for another 2 months.
Yeah, the winter in the Med is just horrible. And when we pulled in here, they said there's no sailing from October to April, May. We're hoping for April, because we want to sail again in April.
Yes.
But yeah, that whole period, there's no sailing. So going out is just foolish.
So rather than sitting here and just being
Marina bums.
dilly-dallying and everything, we decided to throw in a little surprise. Ta-da! So, this is Ginny, our van for the next 2 months and our home.
So we're gonna give the whole van life thing a try.
Just for 2 months,
Yeah.
while we can't sail safely in the Mediterranean, we're not gonna stop traveling. We're going to go all over Europe. It's going to be
absolutely amazing. We're
It's
going to
gonna be a
see
Euro
so
trip.
many things. A Euro trip. So a couple things about this van that we're really excited about. You guys know how we try to be as green as possible. Well, the van has a solar panel on top of it.
Yeah, so that actually helps alleviate the need for the alternator to keep everything nice and charged up. It has, just like a boat, 2 battery banks. There's the motor bank and the house bank. So pretty much everything's the same. You have a water tank system, gray water, black water.
It's very similar to the boat. Okay, we are about to make the transition from boat to van. First stop on this adventure is Ronda. It is north of Malaga. It's this tiny little town, but it is really historically important and interesting. And it's going to be about a 2-hour drive. So we're going to start by seeing as much as we can today, and then tomorrow we'll be there all day and before we continue on. We're used to the cruising life, which means it's a long span of time between destinations. So that's really the biggest difference between what we're doing now and what we do in our regular lives. This way, we get to see so much in such a short span of time. So the countries we're going to be taking you to include Spain, France, Netherlands, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Italy, Hungary, and Switzerland. So you guys are gonna get a pretty crazy tour of Europe. In addition to taking you along with us on this ride, we're also gonna be keeping track of all the financial aspects of this kind of lifestyle. We're gonna be keeping really close tabs on everything we spend, from fuel to food. And it's going to be really interesting to see how it comes out. In the end, we'll be able to tell you exactly how much it costs to live this kind of lifestyle or travel in this kind of way.
So we're doing all this in a rental van. So we get the van life and we get to test it out. So we try it out, see how much we like it, and it's all with a rental, which means that anyone can do this. It's super easy to do. You just call up a company, rent the van, off you go. As long as you can drive a stick, you can take it wherever you want.
So we paid about $4,800 for this van for 2 months from a place called Indie Campers. And they are located all over Europe. So no matter where you want to start, you can just look up indiecampers.com. And we'll let you know, of course, whether we get our money's worth or not, and you'll be right along with us, so you'll see as well. But we actually got super lucky because when we went to pick up our van, they had given us a free upgrade. So we actually got this van, which is quite a bit larger than the van that we had signed up for. It includes a galley, it includes a kitchen and a bathroom, which are pretty big deals. So we really lucked out. I'm making our dinner. We just went to Lidl and picked up some food, just some simple stuff. I'm making a salad and a couple whole sandwiches. The thing about this is if we run our fridge, it uses up the battery bank, so we can't run it while we are not moving. So we can't really buy food to keep in the fridge that's like perishable. So we have to kind of eat all of this tonight, which shouldn't be hard because it's us. Okay, here's our salad. And here's our little table. We're gonna set up the iPad and watch the two popes. Just received a text from our InReach. You can follow us, by the way, if you are a patron, by becoming a skipper, and we'll send you the password to our map, and you can follow our little points exactly where we are on the map at any time. So that's a cool little thing. Turn on that water. So we found our kind of parking spot through an app called Park for Night, yeah. And it's basically like Navionics, but for campers. It's really cool. It's all done by the people, and you can type in any destination and it'll show you all the campsites and parking lots and places like that you can choose from near the place where you're going. So it's really, really useful if you have Wi-Fi. Here I am. First night. Good night, everyone. Such as the Giant's House and these baths, probably the best preserved in Spain.
When you think of Spain, one of the things that usually pops into your mind is bullfighting. So incredible how this ancient town is built right on the edge of a cliff.
And when Herbie says ancient, he means ancient.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.
And if you'd like to follow our journey in real time on a map, receive postcards from our ports of call, and message us directly to the boat, you can go ahead and become a patron using the link in the description down below. We're used to the cruising life, which involves a long span of time.
Maybe just pause it and start again.